been stalking me, probably nobody, but ha, welcome back if you've been keeping up with me. Appreciate it. Just sitting here chilling right now on live. I just went to sleep last night. I didn't even remember going. I knew I was tired because usually when I have a bowl of ice cream, I say bowl, but it's really like a cup, little small cup of ice cream. When I have ice cream, like late at night, I'm really tired and I'm going to sleep. And last night I decided to have a bowl of ice cream. Cool. And so, not a bowl, I'm sorry, a cup of ice cream. And so, yeah, I was playing some Yakuza. I haven't really been getting into Yakuza lately. Like, I think I've been doing all the side missions, and I'm like, now I'm about to do the stories, and I'm just like, I don't want to finish the stories. But I want to because I really want to get into other Yakuzas. Like, I don't want to just be stuck in this one like forever. But since I've been helping my lady, who she's a hothead, but there's a lot of women like that, and there's a lot of women who it's weird how mental health really kind of plays a hand. I'm supposed to get the letter. I was set up. Not like spiritually I was set up. Not physically. Physically, like, that was just a heist. It was more of a heist than anything, but mental health. Like, sometimes, like, people really do take advantage of it. And people have taken advantage of it for so long to get to the point where, like, you can't tell them it's mental health because then they'll get into their feelings, and that's the last thing you want for them, is to feel like they're need to get into their feelings, because then they'll get into that like angry mode, and then like they'll get into that, like, they have these different modes. I call it flip mode, because in the beginning it used to be like someone who had an ill temper, and they'll just like flip into like this angry person, and I'm just like, they're not even realizing. They'll tell people, like, sometimes I'll black out, I don't even know what the fuck's going on until afterwards, and smoke clears, and like, I found out I beat the shit out of this kid. Well, you know, like, speaking like juveniles, like, you know, that's how we talk back then. Like, you talk like, oh yeah, you know, yeah, kid, you know, talking to each other, amongst each other. Not to say adults are being kids, but yeah, it even get to that point. You know, people just black out and then it was just go crazy. But there's people that sit there and try to live these lives, but they don't know how to like mesh them together to completely complete you. Because sometimes you just sit there and contradict yourself, and then you say things and try to like get the person to break up with you, but then that's really not what you want. And I was dealing with that a lot in my last relationship, and so yeah, just dealing with that, it was really stressful, especially when you're more a master of yourself. Like, you've mastered yourself as a person, as a man, as a figure, as a spirit. I mastered myself, and it's still like, you know, because I say that, it doesn't mean that like I stop what I'm doing. Like, you're always learning. I always want to learn. You know, if like, it's like if Peter Pan finally decides to leave Neverland, you got Hook. That's the story that everybody kind of follows, because that's the only real Peter Pan that kind of follows Peter's afterlife after he leaves Neverland. But that's kind of like the epilogue of what happens afterwards, a little bit afterwards, or many years afterwards. That's kind of what I'm living, that life. And so, you know, I learn a little extra things here and there. Hopefully things work out here and there. It may not. But, you know, it's not one of those things I stress over, because I'm really kind of just here for Ellen. I'm not really here for anything else. else. Everybody else, they wanna. I'm just a figure of your imagination. That's why, like, I appear, I like, you know, I come on here, I talk all this weird shit. I'm still, people that know me know that this is me. This is me for real. Like, you can ask whoever I date, you can ask whoever I was cool with, you can even ask family members, they'll tell you, this is me. This has always been me. And, there were times I try to change it, but it's like, I'm only gonna really change into this person or someone closer to like my father. Like, I don't want to be like him. I don't. I don't want to be that because I felt it. I felt it. Even with Ellen, like, I felt that. And as someone that can honestly say, yeah, I have anger issues. It's not because that's how I've been expressive all my life, but it's because I'm at a point where, like, no matter how hard I try to withhold the pain of everyone, and then you continue with the mistreatment. You just get to the point where you had enough, and then you just nah. Especially when people are sitting there failing in your face, and you tell them, like, this is gonna work, and you continue to go the failing route, and you keep telling them this is gonna work, and they go the failing route. It blows your fucking mind. But all because, like, I feel this way, and like, I had to, like, take a deep breath and calm down because I work myself, and sometimes people work themselves and they don't even realize they work themselves. And you work yourself into just being this type of person, and then you lash because that's the only way you can lash out. And then, that karma energy, like, you got to think, will it come back to you, or will they have to absorb it in order to unleash it elsewhere? And for me, it's like, I have this random talk, like, oh, why you come on and express yourself? Who am I going to express it to? Half the people that I used to express myself to cancel me out. And then the other half, it's not really sincere. And that's the shit that I miss the most, sincerity. And you don't really get that anymore because people aren't really sincere because they're worried about their problems. How can they worry about your problems when they have their problems to worry about? So when you talk to them about your problems, they really don't want to hear it. It's just the things that we say to make it sound like we care, but when we need more than just a comment, people can't give that. And that's kind of why we come here, to just express the frustration that we have. And that's why a lot of people do it. That's why a lot of women go out and they show themselves off. That's why a lot of men are willing to give themselves to these women to show themselves off. Like, a lot of people are just out here expressing themselves now more than ever before because you got to a point where, like, you kept getting repressed no matter how hard you kept trying, no matter how hard that, like, you give into society the right way. It's almost like the devil and Miss Jones playing out. I don't know if a lot of people have seen that pornography, but if you haven't, it's basically a woman. I talked about this with shout out Nikki Carolina, my Mass Beauty, my Mass Silver Fox. I talked about this with her. I was like, it's this era where, like, people, they build their lives to be good because their parents tell you, be good, be good, be good. And they try to show them this good life. Good. You still kept getting shit. And you keep getting shit, you keep getting shit. And everything that you do that's right isn't going to go your way. And so you get to the point where it's like, what the fuck am I going to do? What the fuck is there to do? You have to do bad. You have to. You don't want to. Nobody, like, you sit there and you think, like, does anybody ever, like, initially want to, like, get into porn? Like, I'm just gonna go in and get into porn. Like, no, I mean, usually, like, you kind of have doubts. You kind of, You kind of worry, like, I don't know if this is the route I want to go. And that's why you look at a lot of like first timers, like they're sitting there, they're timid as hell. They think they know what they're doing, they don't. But you kind of go in and you with them, usually an experienced actor. He's kind of putting you in postures and gestures and working with you and stuff, and they kind of work around your weaknesses. So you still look good on camera, but you look like an amateur. But with just other people in general, like, when you get to the point where you're trying to make money the decent way, and you can't, you gotta go the other route where you have to, like, show off a little bit more. You might get that promotion. You show that you travel around the world, go to all these exotic areas. You're drinking mimosas with your little waffles with strawberries from France. Eating French toast in France. Even though you can't really find a cafe that makes French toast, but hey, the hotels are serving it. People are just trying to like really show that like they have it. And to some, yeah, we know you have it. But to others, they get so inspired by it, they gotta have it too. So they're sitting there, they're chasing. They're already chasing what was already caught. It's like finding a mountain of cocaine. You find a mountain of cocaine, one person gets to it, and then eventually somebody figures out why that person is going to the same spot. Either it's being told or it's being followed. Either or, somebody else knows. And that's kind of how certain treasures get attracted to. Not to call cocaine a good thing, but just bear in mind, we have this, what we call a drug. People get their hands on it. More and more people get their hands on it. And then it becomes to the point where now we're starting to limit ourselves. And then, as we limit ourselves, now we put a price on it. And we put a price on it. And then we kind of like figure out how to distribute it within whoever owns the remaining bundle. And then, that's when people say, oh yeah, we can do this, and that. And then you find out, shit, it's becoming lawful. Now that thing needs to be controlled. Blah, 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 blah. And that's why it becomes the most hideous drug in the street, where people get caught up with that and get caught up with other drugs as well. That has essence of it, because it has essence of it. You need to get close to it. And that's kind of how it is with anything new. Anything new. Anything that's new and is addictive. We call clout. We chase it, and then we grab and we want to get our hands on it because somebody else got their hands on it first, and that should have been you. And so you have to get your hands on it as much as you can. And that's why, like, at first I was like, oh man, I want the fame. I would love the fame. I would love to chase the fame. And you see a lot of people that chase the fame, and you kind of like, damn, maybe I don't want the fame anymore. But it's already too late, because the fame already took a lot of your shit. And shout out Aaron Carter. I wasn't really a big fan of him, but I did watch his Black TV interview. I saw it when he's been through a lot. He's been in the news talking about he's fighting his brother. He got all these tattoos. Now he's rebelling. And then I think he got caught up with drugs. And I was like, oh shit. And then looking at that Black TV interview, it was. He seemed like a guy that's trying to find his way. He's trying to find his way to peace and love. And he's still going through his demons, and found in a bathtub dead. It's like, damn, it sucks. You never want it to be at a point where you're at a place of peace, but because your time is up and you didn't know your time is going to be up, somebody else is caught off guard, and now they have to deal with the remains. It's sad. You always want to be prepared. You always want to prepare, when it's time to go, in your deathbed, everybody's around you, and you're saying their last grace, and, you part ways. That's the ideal way. Sometimes when it's time to go, you kicking in the toilet, and that's it. You're falling, you got shit in your butt, and that's That's it. No more you. That fame, though, like, you chase it, and that's like clout. People call it clout. You chase it. I mean, Eric Clapton said it best in the song. I mean, it's, word for word. It's a good lesson. And then to be infamous, to be the guy that is the reason why that famous guy is not here no more. Like, oh yeah, I'm the shooter of the person that killed us. It's like, for what? Why you want to be that guy? Why does anybody want to be known for to be that killer? I killed this man. Now you gotta live with that for the rest of your life. Like, yeah, I just took away a man's dreams and hopes because I was a hater and I didn't want to see him shine. So, I took another black man. And we don't even do it to a white man. I'm not saying do it to white people, but that's just a statistic. We just are in the habit of killing each other. And it's just like, that's why everybody else wins, because we take out our numbers even farther. It's just crazy. It's crazy how we're killing each other like it's like in the 80s or in the deep South 90s. Just sit there blasting at each other, turning into Iraq on each other. It's like, why? Or because the person's getting money. I'm dealing with this model chick. This model chick's my woman. We kill each other. It sucks. Someone's saying like, oh yeah, like you don't see country people killing each other because they don't really talk about it. They'll fictionally talk about shooting someone, but they'll just pull out their guns and shoot in the air, and they don't care. I've been around that crowd, so it's not like they're gonna like pull a gun on each other. Whoa, and maybe when they're drunk, they're super drunk. But you never really hear too many stories. Someone pulls a gun. Wow. It usually ends in an accident, and they'll do like a little bit of time for that accident. They might even do a lot of time for that accident. I don't know. Depends on where it happened, how important that person that died was. But it's just a shame that hip hop, like these artists have to die over like their raps. We have like people that live long to like spit those gangster stories, but it's crazy. I wonder how life's gonna be like once I'm like gone. If like it was my time to go, and I go peacefully. I wonder what life's gonna be like. I hope it's gonna be good. I want people to like live happy and stuff. I don't want people to like live in fear or like live like they're about to be like tortured or something. I don't want to feel like races is gonna get eradicated. I don't feel like religion's gonna get. I don't want religion to get to extinction and stuff like that. But I just want people to come together a lot more. I want people to still be friends with each other a lot more. Don't rely on the internet as much. Tell your stories through the internet, yeah, sure. Like network through the internet, yeah, cool. But don't live on the internet. That's like being in a matrix. That's like being plugged up. You're in one of those capsules being plugged, and while you're being plugged, you have the machine just taking your life. And it's just crazy going to that Walmart and just sitting there for like 30 minutes. Like, damn, I just want to get this DVD for my daughter. Like, even if I don't see it, I still want to get this DVD. And then you picked out the one of the bunch. You should have did like a little sample test. Damn, I knew I should have like looked into it. I was like, this would never happen back in the day. It would never happen back in the day with me. Best Buy, that's for sure. But yeah, it's not enough workers. People are just being replaced by machines. And more people get to check themselves out than they get checked out. But you still have to get checked out if you're trying to buy alcohol. And not many people are buying alcohol. People don't really just buy alcohol at Walmart. I mean, you might buy a case of beer that's right there, but I mean, you usually go into a liquor store, or you usually go into the adult beverage store. You go into like a grocery store for like liquor and beer. But it's just damn, man. Hard to get service around here, and everybody's a worker. Nobody does customer service. Everybody works. Everybody stocks. Everybody like doesn't know how to like give me my DVD. Shit, man. But that's just kind of how corporations feel. They feel like they can replace humans with machines, and they can. Like I checked myself out many a years. It's easy and it makes me feel smart. Now everybody feels smart. You even get the one with the little aisles too, where you can sit there and like put your stuff on the aisle for no fucking reason, just to ring yourself. Put it in. You don't even got a bag, so you put it back in the cart. You just did all that work for yourself. But people don't care. They'll do it. They'll do it because Walmart gives you the freedom to do it, because the machines. And people are modest. People are honest. Like there might be some that might try to sneak, but I never try to sneak. Not around that period of time. But yeah, they'll sit there, ring, ring, ring. They'll ring themselves honestly. They won't like even miss. They won't even miss the beat. Yeah, we're getting replaced by machines, which is, I guess, okay. But I just wish there was more customer service. Like, there just need to be more customer service. And I just realized that customer service, and I've talked to a lot of people about it, customer service really fucking sucks. Like, a lot of it is to waste people's time and sit there and especially those that go on these rants, they're there to like kind of take that type of abuse. Because then while they're taking that type of abuse, they can sit there in solitary and get yelled at. And they get yelled at, blah, 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 blah. And then maybe, just maybe, they might work you into a deal. And then they work you into a deal. They a credit, some credit. I mean, it's all it can. It's all it is. But people don't see that shit. Customer service isn't meant for customer service. All it's there to do is be a friend. That's it. Just rant, blah, 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 and then hopefully they can help you. Maybe they can help you. They may not help you. I don't even know. But that's all they're there for. And that sucks because there used to be a time when customer service like felt like, damn, I can get some service. Like, yeah, 2 minutes, and get seen. 30 minutes, man. I had some worker say, yeah, you have to like, if you want a DVD, you gotta get online. I'm like, oh fuck. They tell me I've been waiting all the time, like all these people get ringed up, still barely get ringed up, and then I'm jumping this long ass line. Just for the guy to grab the one DVD that fucking has all these loose, and it might have been loose because of me carrying it, but it's just fine. I didn't want to have to open that package, but I had to, and I didn't want to have to clean the smear. I should have, but maybe I will. Man, it needs to be more humans working. It needs to be. Before like you get the customer service like I do at my bank, where I have to like sit there and like FaceTime somebody on the computer just to get customer service. Not like customer service, but banking service. Thinking how did I get so lucky? But how did all this luck get to a point where I can't share this luck? Just so we can do the best we can and make it easy easier for others without having to do the work for others. But if we can help others, like that's the goal I wanted to teach and I wanted to preach. Just because when you have an advantage, what you want to do is help others. But you help others your way because you have the advantage and they have to follow your way. And that's how it works. You're not to help others their way because their way requires more out of you. And that's already going to mess up the flow of help. And that's the one thing I wanted to teach because I would have put her at an advantage. And together, we would have put her at an advantage. We all would have had an advantage. We all would have been at a point where we can help others. But we need to help our Trinity first. I was the muscle. She was the future. And all she had to play was the decoy. That's it. Because I'm the one that needs to know that the shit can work. If the shit can work for her, it can work for anybody. Man, sometimes it's this success stuff, like, it sucks. It sucks when you're alone. Because it's like you're succeeding alone and like you're surrounded by those that like suffer and stuff. I'm not saying I'm completely successful. There's some stuff that I gotta look into, but as far as like I can get through day to day without lifting a finger. That's what I mean. And all that other stuff I can take care of. But I can take care of it a lot more once I get what I need to get. And then once I get what I need to get, I can take care of some of those things. Because then I can set her up. And once I can set her up, then I look into myself and then I'll set myself up to be debt free for life. For life. I don't need assistance or nothing. Even though that's a lot of money, but it's not as much money. It's just damn. I lived a life, and living a life, sometimes you just find yourself like putting yourself in a lot of debt. And that's kind of like what we need to teach our children. It's like, don't put yourselves in debt. Don't invest in credit cards. Don't just finance a car. Don't try to finance a home. Try to buy it. I mean, you have no choice but to finance a home, especially in America. You have no choice. But if you can put majority of your money into your home, and it can cover like up to like 90%. I mean, you should be able to get away with like paying like a little bit. Like people will try to dumb you down to like 80. From what I hear is 80%. They dumb you down to 80%, so you can at least have a 20% commission for people, so they can, if you can pay off the 20%. But you always want to set yourself up to where like if you can pay it off in like the next couple months, and the house is completely yours, boom, you got it. You never want to put yourself in a situation where you have to pay for this house for like 30 years because you are telling yourself within the next 30 years I will be getting paid the same way every time, and it will never fail because I have my P's and Q's on board. I'm going to keep this job for as long. I know for a fact I'm going to get a raise, and I know for a fact that I'm going to get an even bigger promotion down the line. If you can promise yourself all of that, be my guest, finance a house. But going Vegas style, pow! Oh no, snake eyes. Yeah, you're definitely gonna pay a lot of money, and then you won't even be able to finish paying for that house because there's just not enough money to go around unless you hustle. Oh man, I definitely want this on YouTube. These are just things that I've seen that I'm just like, I get it now. I get it. And if I can set her up for life, that's my goal. But so it's like when you have people playing against you and then do what they did, it's just like, fuck, man. You really don't get it. You're probably running with a plan. I'm just hoping, praying for her safety, that's all. This is bullshit. This life is bullshit. And if I stand my ground, I will. I'm definitely gonna look into a foundation. I can't see this happening to other people and being okay with this. I can't see this happening within my interim circle and not be okay with this. If my interim granddaughter's blood father wants ties to his blood daughter, I'm gonna help him, even if it goes against the family. Why? Because it's the right thing to do. Like, even if he hasn't been in her, like, I don't even know the whole story. Like, it could be the same scenario as me. Maybe, oh shit, I fucked up. And then he probably thought, oh yeah, I can just bring her across the border. And they're like, no, it's money. And then we kept her, I don't know. I don't fucking know. But that's it. If he wants to see his daughter, like, he has every right to see her. And it hasn't to be under like family terms. It can be like, hey, you can take you to like a local like burger joint or something, or we can take you to a local fun zone or something like that. But yeah, I would love to like just take her on a trolley ride, and then we can hit this fucking zoo. Chill, we watch some fucking movies, play some video games, and then yeah, I'll bring you back. Not a big deal. Not a big deal at all. But that was all originally planned anyway. But again, I don't know. I don't know what that bullshit. Just so they get, and I'm just like, the son is like, well, I don't think I've seen the son treated really well. I think I've seen like son-in-laws treated better, especially if they got it. Because the sons, like, no wonder they distant. Oh, no wonder most of the brothers are distant. And the only ones that are there are the sisters. The sisters are the ones that stick together. Because the sisters are the ones that usually fuck each other off. Not like, scissor me down your ass. But, they're the ones that basically jinx each other to fuck each other over. And with their, like, relationships and stuff. Go over their bullshit. It's like a hex. It's a jinx. When you sit there, it is something that I even called out. I was just like, I'm not saying it happened. I don't know if it happened, but I even said, I'm like, I wouldn't be surprised if they end up not having it ever after, because he doesn't really understand. He doesn't get it. And if she's anything like she's gonna fuck him over. But I don't know anything. I haven't like looked into anything. I'm just a little shocked that, because last I remember, if the dates are correct, it should be around that time that they said I do. I did not say I said it. They said it. And then because they were so like madly in love. This is too fresh. And the only difference between them and us was that it was just a bunch of like lies and secrets being like concealed on me. And I was trying to break these seals. And yeah, that's when like, I don't know, I just felt this like, you're out to harm my child. I felt that way. So I made a move, but to prevent chaos, I shouldn't have like just said, here, have it for the weekend, because yeah, you love that real that's the ridiculous. It wasn't just because yeah, it's not even, nothing was like terrible. It was just the mindset that I don't think you even realize. I don't want to get into like the psyche of it, and I look at you and you have a lot of potential. I see a lot of you in you, and I see that you've drawn to me a lot, and that's why like it's just crazy when all that happened. It's just like, damn, it's like getting her down to the gutter faster than I wanted, faster than I expected. It's like putting her in a crucible. But the thing about the crucible is that it really is up to her. You know, I've been through my crucible, but that crucible was a little bit different. That crucible was more militant. This is a different type of crucible. Just remember that, like, whatever they say against to you, more than likely it's not true. Just know that. I was tough, yeah. Had to be. Because guaranteed it was gonna fuck you over. Excuse my French. It was gonna screw you. It was gonna take you away from the best person that was ever in your life. And then they're gonna feed you with the lies and the bullshit. But they have to feed you in order to turn you against you, which is basically fate and destiny. Why? Because I look at certain bloodlines, and there's a reason why. There's a reason why we're all distant from the ones that grew up knowing our Father. Know why we're always distant as we are. No one's really close to Him at all. No one really try to get close to Him at all. And some, you know, they get close to Him to a degree because they're older now. But we're all distant for a reason. So for me, of course, it was gonna pass down because how can I put this? The greatest trick the devil ever pulled to me was showing me a life that I always wanted and telling me that it was going to be mine forever. Yeah, like I said, I didn't want for any of that stuff to happen. It did. You know. And like I said, everything happened pretty timely. It was just awkward. It was really awkward because as mad as I was in both situations, I never really thought, oh yeah, one should get into a car accident. One should die. Well, okay, maybe the death one, but that one was a little bit different. But he died right around my birthday. That was like, what the fuck? And then the funeral service was right around my birthday. I'm like, perfect. And then I'm sitting there, I'm like, I don't really have a suit. And I just show up. Who cares? So I showed up. He's like, oh, you should have brought your Marine Corps uniform. Ha, ha, ha. He's not honored. I told that to my father. I'm like, he's not honored. He's not honorable to have me in uniform. Fuck him. I'm just happy to see his dead body. Well, at the time I was. Now I'm just like, I kind of regret having those feelings because, you know, it could come back to haunt me. But at the same time, like, I was really angry, but it wasn't just a me thing. I was really angry about that. So, yeah. And maybe it was just a victim of circumstances, a victim of like just being around. Maybe I wanted some juice or something. I didn't think much of it, but it really kind of put a damper in my life. So, just thinking like how everything just happened timely, and I'm just like, I'm grateful, but I don't want to turn to the dark side. Even that happened, and like, I was sent to my homelessness. I got jobs, like I still had bitches. I was still doing stuff in like photography. I had it, but just desperation and just disparity, feeling low, not just like really taking a year to kind of like really let myself go, like completely let myself fall and like look at the bottomless pit. And when I finally did, like everything made sense. Everything made sense, and when it made sense, that's when I knew like I don't need shit. I don't need shit. And then the new chapter of my life, the new saga of my life starts. Just like great. Just when I finally get it, and I was okay with it, I was happy. A new saga is added in my life, and I'm just like, this is not gonna go right, is it? And I'm sitting there thinking to myself, like, I'm gonna fall, am I? And here I am. And I'm like, I'm gonna be alone, am I? And I end up having to end a family with a dying Mama Grande, and I'm like, shit, man. And I'm just sitting there just thinking about my life and my future. I just don't know. Because I don't know if the law would allow it to happen. It's just a very sticky situation. But I'm trying my best for all, because in the end, she don't deserve this shit. And on the flip side, you know, I want to make sure that if there's anything I can do for them, I can do it to the best of my ability, because I don't give that to her. So now I want to give that to them as well. You know, because they need that. And it's rough because it's like, let me take over. I can, but they take over. Just rough. It's just really, really rough. Whew. Thank goodness I got my wrestling, because if I didn't have my wrestling, man, sports is gone wrestling, reality TV's gone wrestling, everything's gone wrestling, everything's just scripted reality, some form of scripted reality, until you see some scripted drama fictional series. Everything's scripted. This person's scripted to do this person's scripted to do that, everything's scripted, everything is narrated to a T, everything tells a story to a T. We all know who the key players in sports. We all know what the story is for every team. if you really follow the NFL, the NBA, it's just wrestling's the only thing that really kind of progresses, but it doesn't really progress as well. Like, we got to a point where, like, we don't have a lead person besides the Kardashians, but even they're losing their power and their influences. We don't have leaders. We need leaders. We need the one leader that's going to guide us into the future. Like, not too far in the future, but like at least like another 3 years, 3, 4 years from now. Who's gonna be that person that, like Lil Wayne or something like that? Not who's saying now, but like he carried us into the future, you know. And then Ashton Kutcher carried us into the future. Like, who's gonna carry us into the future? It seems like we haven't found that person. We haven't found that leader. We don't have that leader, that direct leader. Anyway, hopefully Yakamama Leko. Just kidding. I just don't want to be politically correct because I'm tired of it. Just be yourself. Just be natural and just don't worry about what audience have to say about you. If you feel a certain way, boom. You don't have to dictate to a specific audience and go out there and make yourself look like an idiot because you're not really a racist, but since your crowd is racist, you're going to do this racist act to look cool on the internet, and then you get clowned because somebody else is trying to clown you on their internet. I'm tired of it. Oh well, no one's gonna be the granddad of today's time period, so fuck it. Let everybody be politically correct, and let's see how far it takes you. But anyways, what's going on with me? I'm canceling this now. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the 40-something minutes of Floyd Banks. This is a cool little graphic. I'm just tapping. Burner phone.